In this video, I'm going to show you how to assemble the two parts of the phone stand together. To create an assembly, we first of all have to open up an assembly file in Inventor. So move the mouse to the top left-hand corner of the screen, click on the orange file button, then click on New. In the Create New File window, as always, we want to select the metric folder. To find that, move the mouse to the ENUS folder. To the left of it, you've got this little arrow. Click on it, then select metric. As we're about to do an assembly, we need to select an assembly file. The assembly files are in this area here where it says assembly. When doing an assembly, we will always use a standard file. So if you select that one and then click create. During National 4 and National 5, we will only use 3 assembly commands: mate, align, and center axis. These are terms that you need to remember and use as you work through the course. We'll start the assembly of the phone stand by bringing the base into this assembly area. So to do that, move the mouse to the top left-hand corner of the screen, ensure you've got the Assemble tab selected, and we're looking to click on this Place from Content Center arrow below. We always want to select Place, so I'm going to click on the Place button. In this Place Component window, you're going to have to find where you've saved your files. You should have saved them into your school network and into a phone holder folder. If you don't know how to find that folder, ask your teacher for help now. Once you've located that folder, you want to select the base and then click Open. So if I move the mouse around, you can see that the base is moving around. If I click once, that will put the base in place. And if I keep moving the mouse around and kept on clicking, it would create multiple copies of this. But I only want one. So to deselect this, press Escape on your keyboard. Every single time we create an assembly, we have to ground the first part that we bring in. To do that, move the mouse over the part until it glows green, right-click on it, then bring the mouse around halfway down and select Grounded. This will ensure that this part does not move at all within the assembly, which will make the rest of the assembly a lot easier. This will also lock the first part in place, which means that it will be orientated correctly when we want to create elevations, end elevations, and plans later on. The next stage is to bring the peg in. So to do that, move the mouse to the top left-hand corner of the screen and click on the Place folder. Then find the peg and click Open. Same as last time, we just want to click once to put it in place. We only want once, so to deselect another one, press Escape on your keyboard. Now, I'm going to zoom out of this a little bit to make this next bit a bit easier. So I'm going to roll the middle mouse button away from me. Now, during an assembly, you're going to have to do a lot of zooming in and zooming out, panning the view, and rotating the view. So before we go any further, let's just practice exactly what we do for that. So to zoom in and out, roll the middle mouse button either away or towards you. To pan the view, click and hold the middle mouse button and move the mouse around. To rotate the view, press and hold the Shift key on your keyboard, then click and hold the middle mouse button, then move the mouse around. When creating an assembly, you should ask yourself the same question over and over again. And this question is, which face do you want to touch another face? So this image here shows us what the assembled phone stand should look like. Here we can see that we want the two flat faces that are highlighted in orange to touch each other. So the bottom face of the peg with the bottom face of one of the holes in the base. So now that we've identified which of the first set of faces we want to touch each other, we need to constrain them together. To do that, move the mouse to the top of the screen and click on the Constrain button. We need to rotate this view around so we can see the bottom of the peg. So I'm pressing and holding the Shift key on the keyboard, clicking and holding the middle mouse button on my mouse, and then moving my mouse. I'm going to zoom in on the bottom face to make this a bit easier by rolling the middle mouse button toward me. And I'm going to select this face. Now, I want to show you how to do it correctly, and I also want to show you how to do it incorrectly so you can identify what happens. If it's correct, you'll see a green cross on the face because you want to select the face. If you don't see it, if you move the mouse to the edge of this and can only see the edge with a little green dot in the middle, then that would be incorrect because this is the edge you're constraining and not the face. So whenever we're putting things together, you want to make sure you're constraining the face. So moving the mouse over the face, you can see that green cross on it. So here we click. You can see this entire face is highlighted in blue. And now we'll need to select the face of the inside of one of the holes on the base. So the first thing we'll have to do here is zoom out a touch by rolling the middle mouse button away from me. And then rotate this round by pressing and holding the Shift key, clicking and holding the middle mouse button, and then moving the mouse. And I'm going to zoom in on this hole here, this one beside the slot, by moving the mouse over it and rolling the middle mouse button toward me. That makes it a lot easier to see this face. And again, I want to make sure that I can select the face, so I want to see the little cross on it. So I'm going to move the mouse over it, select it, and you can see here that has put those two faces together. So they are now touching. So I'm going to click Apply. The next step of assembling the phone stand is to make the curved surfaces of the peg and the hole line up with each other. To make this a little easier in Inventor, I'm going to move the peg out the way so I can see the curved surface of the hole inside a lot easier. So to do that, I'm going to click Cancel here. So now I'm going to drag this peg out the way by moving the mouse over it, clicking and holding the left-hand button, and then just dragging it out the way. I'm going to zoom out a touch so I can see it a little better, and then we're going to click the Constrain button. Because we're wanting to line up the curved surfaces, it's the curved surfaces we want to put the mouse over this time. When you put the mouse over the curved surface, you'll see this green center axis go through the center of it. That's when you know you've got this selected correctly. So when you move that mouse over the curved surface and see the green center axis going through, select. And now I want to do the same thing with the curved surface on the hole. So I'm going to zoom in a touch to make this easier by rolling the middle mouse button toward me. And now I can see the curved surface a lot easier. Move the mouse over the curved surface. You'll see the green center axis line come through. When you see this, click it. Then click Apply. And I'm going to zoom out so I can see what's happening a bit easier by rolling the middle mouse button away from me. You can see that that's that peg in place. I'm going to click Cancel because that's me finished this. I'm going to rotate this around by holding the Shift key down, clicking and holding the middle mouse button and moving the mouse so I can see exactly what I've done. Now that this assembly is finished, we're now going to save our work. So click on the orange file button in the top left-hand corner, then click on Save As. You need to find your phone holder folder on your part of the network. If you don't know how to do this, ask your teacher for help now. We're going to call this file Assembled Phone Stand. It's always good to give a file name a name that actually makes sense. So please do that. That'll make life so much easier for you between lessons. And then click Save. That's this assembly now complete.